Who do you think are the favorites to win the Euros?
Well, I'm currently researching the ranking of each team, and I think France will win.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome back once again to Learn English with Teachify. And today I've picked my favorite topic. I'm so excited to just ramble on and waffle on and speak all about footy. Footy.
Yes.
Yeah, lads. But anyway, before we get into that, Mickey, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm excited about this topic. I love football. Obviously, I support arguably the best football team in the world, which is Tottenham Hotspurs. Be careful with the pronunciation, people, because it is not Tottenham. It is Tottenham. I'm just going to repeat that because it's a bit tricky. This one, isn't it? Tottenham,
Tottenham.
the best football team in the world. So yeah, I'm really good. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm still struggling with the situation in my flat with the work and renovation. So I'm at my neighbor's house again. But I'm pretty good. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the Euros.
Hey,
And
come on then. Let's get Will involved because we
yeah,
know
Will,
he loves football.
you're not
Don't
that
worry,
into football, are you?
I'm very happy to take a back seat in this podcast and just listen to the experts talk about what they know best. My football fan days are, I would say, behind me. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
You're more of a rugby man, aren't you?
I did. I went to the rugby last weekend, actually. Yeah, it was a good day.
Of course you did.
Fact.
But
So go on.
No, I was going to say, but in the past, I always watch the Euros and the World Cup always, and even though as controversial it is, I don't really feel very English or any links to England, and I always say I don't really care about England, which is true until the football starts. So then I always want England to win, and I don't. So I
Yeah.
always, it's
We've never watched the Euros or the World Cup together, have we? I think Lewis, you and me have. Oh well, actually, no,
Did
we
we?
have, but not together. We've watched them separately in Madrid and in Sevilla, in Seville, I think. No,
yeah, we had a heavy day once. That
yeah.
was yeah, and that was good. I think we won. So
Something.
I mean, drinks were flowing and we were having a
yeah,
great time.
we
So I
won.
don't know.
That's all that matters, isn't it? So, yeah, as you will know by now, we're going to be speaking all about footy, all about football. We're going to be mentioning the Euros in Germany this year. So, it's been hosted starting, I think it's on the 11th of June, something like that. No, the 14th of June, a Friday. The first match is the host nation, Germany, against one of the home nations in Scotland. So, um, well, Scotland are probably going to get thrashed. They're going to get beat like 4-0, which will be fun.
I mean, let's be honest, as we're all English, like, do we really care about Scotland losing? No,
So, Mickey, are you excited about the Euros? Are you looking forward to watching the matches?
I am excited, and I'm very much looking forward to the Euros. But more so this time, just because there's not for me. I've been kind of a bit disconnected from football recently, even from the Premier League, and I've kind of semi forgot that the Euros was even coming up, and now it's like basically here.
It's a
And then I
right around the corner.
Yeah, and I remember like, every time all the bars are going to be full, people are going to be out supporting their countries. Like the atmosphere that the Euros brings is a fun one. Obviously, it involves drinking on a school night, which I'm not a fan of, but it's an exception. It's 1 month, so let's go for it.
Like, perfect. And Will, in your case, you said that you're not really into football that much anymore, but you do get excited about the World Cup and the Euros. So, have you made any plans or started thinking about where you're going to go and watch the footy?
I will undoubtedly watch all of the football matches in my house, away from any people and loud noises. So it is the most comfortable way to watch. I don't understand going to the bars. You never have a seat. You can never see the telly. You can't hear the commentary. No, I like watching it from home.
But the
You're such an
atmosphere, Mickey just
antisocial.
mentioned, the atmosphere, you can soak up the atmosphere, you can celebrate with people, you can maybe cry and drown your sorrows with people.
We lose. That's it. Like the atmosphere is we lose, and then everyone's just looks ridiculous standing in a pub
I
complaining
feel
about.
like you're making a prediction already, Will.
No, I'm actually quite confident in England this year, and I don't know why because I don't know any of the players and I don't know the status. But I remember the last Euros we got to the final, so I will assume that we can kind of keep the momentum. That's my hope. But yeah, no, I like
Fingers crossed.
yeah, fingers crossed. I have a
Lewis,
question.
it must be quite sorry, Will, but Lewis, it must be quite interesting for you with your girlfriend being Spanish and obviously you're English. So when it comes to football matters, how's that being under the same roof?
In Belgium as well. So you kind of got
Oh
three
yeah,
countries in the mix there.
Exactly. And Belgium, Brussels is a very, very international city. So you have people from all over the place, in particular from Europe, as it is the base of the Commission, the Parliament, etc. So I'm really looking forward to it because I was here already for the World Cup, which was just like a year and a half ago. But I was only in Brussels for like a week of the World Cup because then I went to Spain. And then from there, well, England got knocked out and I didn't care anymore. But going back to the original question about my girlfriend being Spanish, me being English, with football, I'm very patriotic. So in general life, I don't really care about the UK and England. Uh, Will has mentioned it previously as well that he doesn't feel very English. And I do feel English, but at the end of the day, I don't really care. I'm a citizen of the world. And having lived in Spain previously, I do have a soft spot for Spain. So, first and foremost, I want England to win, and I'll get really emotional and excited and sad probably at the end when we get knocked out with England. So if England are playing against Spain, I go 100% with England, and I don't give up monkeys about.
hey,
But if England get knocked out, then I want Spain to do well and win,
yeah,
but only in that scenario. And it's a fun little rivalry, but on paper, England have a better squad and a better team, but we usually crumble under the pressure. And I
yeah,
feel like that's probably going to happen again. However, with Spain, despite not having such a good squad on paper, they seem to know how to compete when the pressure is on.
yeah.
And I think they are dark horses. I think Spain are dark horses to win. They're like an underdog. They're not one of the favorites, but they might just surprise people.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think yeah, I think it's because of like the success that they've had. It's kind of a bit like Real Madrid with the Champions League, which they recently won. It's like that cup is for Real Madrid. Like they seem to always get to the final every year and win it most years. Like, and it doesn't make sense because you look at the team, like, and the ones that have won it before, it's a new team, it's a different manager, it's a young team, but still, it's like it's instilled in them to win that cup. And I feel like with Spain as well, when it comes to big competitions, regardless of the youth of the team, they seem to have a knack for getting quite far in the competition. So yeah, I think I'd agree with you. It's interesting for me because obviously my dad's Spanish and I'm English mixed Spanish. My mum's English, so in the house in England, it can get a bit tense sometimes when the football's on. And my dad's a little bit crazy. Like he's a Real Madrid diehard fan and Spanish fan, and nothing can beat them. Like so, yeah, it would be interesting this year.
Okay, let's see what happens. Now, let's start making some predictions. And of course, we're using some expressions at the same time. I also said that Spain, they are dark horses. A dark horse is a candidate to win a competition or a match, but they're not the favorite. There's someone that maybe they will surprise people and they will win. So Spain, I think, is a dark horse to win the Euros. But I'm interested to hear your predictions, Will. Who do you think are the favorites to win the Euros?
Well, I'm currently researching the ranking of each team, and I think France will win.
Okay, what a surprise! They are the favourites.
Actually, the last time, I don't know whether it's maybe the World Cup. Did England play France and France won?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a shocker, that one, wasn't it?
We got knocked out by France. Was it penalties?
No,
Yeah.
it was
No?
Harry Kane who missed a penalty.
Ah, yeah, okay. All right. I was in France for this and I
Oh
watched it.
yeah, I remember you were in France. I was in London for this.
Yeah, so there was it was fun. But in terms of predictions, I'm assuming that all of the top teams are more or less the same. France, Germany, Italy, England, I guess, I think are quite strong at the moment. Croatia, Spain, is that right?
There are two other dark horses that you haven't mentioned, and one of them is Portugal. Portugal have an incredible team.
Oh, really?
Again, on paper, they are stacked. Their squad is stacked. They have so many good attacking options, defensive options. They still have Cristiano Ronaldo just for moral support, even though he's getting a bit old now.
Do you think
And
he'll play?
he might be a bit part player. To be a bit part player is to be someone who will play a role, but he won't be the protagonist. He won't be the main striker, but you never know.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
Portugal win last time or Croatia?
The Portugal won ages ago, didn't they? I can't remember when that was.
Portugal won 8 years ago now.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in Portugal when they won it in Algarve. Yeah, it's good. Crazy. Like people were like obviously insanely like happy. It was a good time. This is the fun part. Like it doesn't really matter if your home country wins. Like if you're in the country where that country wins, it's also a good place to be. And
Yes, but you get a bit jealous, or at least I do. And I think, oh, this could be me. Imagine this was England. Why? They don't deserve this.
This I arrived in Spain. I imagine Mickey, you did too in 2012-ish. And that was the year they won the Euros, then they won the World Cup, and then they won the Euros again in 2012. And this was I remember it was my first day meeting all of my Spanish friends at the time, and we all went to a bar and the atmosphere, etc. It was good, but at the same time, there was resentment. There was me thinking, you are taking this for granted. You've won the last now 3 big competitions and you're celebrating it like you don't deserve this. Other people, England deserves this. Basically,
that team was insane. Well, talking about predictions, guys, I'm going to go for England. I'm going to stay strong this year. And the only reasoning behind that is completely illogical. Is the fact that we have Jude Bellingham, and he's just won La Liga and the Champions League with Real Madrid in his first season. So he's bringing a little bit of, a little bit of high spirits to the team going into the competition. And you can see the way he plays. He's a bit of a leader. And I think, now he's got that taste for winning. Maybe he will be someone to lift the team and maybe change the mentality a little bit of some of the players who perhaps haven't won much recently.
I hope you're right. I really hope you're right. And I'd like to think like removing my actual favoritism and bias towards England, I would say that England are among the favorites because we have such an incredible strength in depth of strikers, wingers, midfielders. We're stacked again up top, but then at the back in defense, we're not so solid. So we don't have a left back really. Harry Maguire's probably going to be one of the centre backs, and the other option is John Stones, and he always gets injured, so he might end up getting injured again. So then we don't have that much strength in depth. And then previously, we always used to have like 5 or 6 different right backs who were amazing. And now it seems they've started to get injured, or Southgate wants to play Trent as a midfielder, and then Jordan Pickford as the keeper, as the goalkeeper, isn't the most reliable pair of hands that you can have in a team. So I have mixed feelings about England, but fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Let's talk about there's a few expressions that we are kind of football and games related. So I'm going to kick off with one. There's another one actually to kick off. which is to commence. So I'm going to kick off with a few football-related idioms or expressions. So one of them is to move the goalposts. This is something I personally have a big problem with, and I need to stop, is setting an objective, getting close to it, and then moving the goalpost further down the line. So you make the objective bigger, and you kind of always keep the objective out of reach. So when you're moving the goalpost, could be good, could be bad. Personally, I think it's not a good thing. It's something I struggle to do. But yeah, to move the goalpost is to constantly move your objectives further down the line and never actually achieve them. That's how I would describe it. What about you guys? Have you got any expressions or idioms?
I like the expression or the little phrase to be a game changer. You know, when you have something that could be revolutionary, something that changes your life. Mickey, go on then.
No, I'm just saying what's happening in September that is going to be a game changer. You might as well plug it.
Well, I mean, the word on the street is that Teachify are launching a little AI app, which is going to be a game changer. Okay? And those shoulders, I mean, they're not easy to move like that, all right? This must be something special. And so to be a game changer, yeah, is to completely change the I don't know, you could say the rules, it could change it's something innovative, changes your life, basically.
Yeah. For the better or for the worse?
I mean, for the better. And now you got me thinking.
Yeah,
no,
I think it's
for the
always
better.
For the better.
Yeah, always for the better. Yeah. Good try there, Mickey.
Well, I'm just testing and you pass. So basically what you're trying to say is the new Teachify AI app launching in September is going to be a game changer.
It is definitely going to be a game changer. The game will not be the same. It will be a different game. Okay.
Like it. Lewis, what you got?
Love it, love it, love it. Well, I'm going to go for an idiom which is like to focus, to pay attention. And this is to be on the ball. So if you are on the ball, it means you are paying attention, you are concentrating, you are focusing. And of course, if you are on the ball and you have the ball in your possession in football, then you need to be concentrating. But we can use this in a business meeting, for example. If somebody is nodding off and falling asleep, then you could say, come on, keep your eye on the ball, which is another similar idiom. If you keep your eye on the ball, you are paying attention. This guy was nodding off. They weren't on the ball. They weren't paying attention. So 2 for the price of 1. To be on the ball is to be focused. And then if you want to tell someone else to focus, you can say, oh, you, keep your eye on the ball. Come on.
Like it. Just to remind you of another one, Lewis. What's the one if you had the ball in your hand and you let go of the ball? What happens? The ball.
You drop the ball?
You drop the ball. Yeah, there's another one there. So what does drop the ball mean, Will?
Drop the ball? God damn, Mickey, yeah? You're just serving me up to
I'm just teeing you up. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, hey, to drop the ball is maybe when you make a mistake or you do something that maybe is a little clumsy. For example, you have a responsibility to do it and you make a mistake and you don't deliver. You drop the ball. You cannot be trusted with some things, for example.
That's good. Lots of idioms and expressions there.
So many. Like these are just the ones that we've decided to teach you kind of in the moment, but naturally. Yeah, naturally, we've been using them off the cuff. We've been using so many expressions just as they came up naturally, off the top of our heads. Now, let's continue with a little bit more chat related to the Euros. Usually at the end of the tournament, you announce who wins the Golden Glove, which is the goalkeeper that keeps the most clean sheets. Sheets, not shits. The most clean sheets is when you do not concede a goal. And also, we vote for the top goal scorer. And then maybe sometimes we will vote for the best young player and the player of the tournament. So, Mickey, I'm going to come to you because Will might be a bit stumped and not know what to say. But let's start with the Golden Glove. Mickey, which
I don't
keeper?
even know all the goalkeepers that are playing. I mean, I definitely don't think it'll be England. It won't be Pickford. Who's the goalkeeper for France now? It's not Lloris. Is not there anymore, is he?
No, I think it's Mandana or something like that.
Oh, I don't know this. I don't know because I don't know the all of the goalkeepers. So this is a difficult one. Do you know? Do you have an idea of who you think will be the Golden Glove winner?
Yeah, I'd say, I mean, it's interesting because Courtois,
Hmm.
Thibaut Courtois is not going to the Euros. He would be representing Belgium. But he's a great keeper, but he's not going to be there. As I said, Spain, Unai Simon is the keeper who could be in with a chance of winning the Golden Glove. And then
Yeah, he's pulled off
LG,
some pretty amazing saves in some of the games. He's pretty good, isn't he?
he is pretty good. And then a legend, Germany's keeper, given that they're playing at home, Manuel Neuer. He's a
Mm.
legend. He's been
Yeah,
around for ages. So he could be a good shout. He could be a good recommendation to win the Golden Glove.
yeah.
No, I know who that is, so I will go with him.
Okay.
So Manuel Neuer will win the Golden Glove. I hope he's been called up to the German national team.
We'll find out
We'll
after.
find out. And Will, an easy one. Who do you think will be the top goal scorer?
I mean, I think Jamal Musiala.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I mean, he's an up and comer.
yeah.
So it means he's new and he's rising in the German football scene. And he's rapidly making waves,
Oh yeah.
making big impact internationally, apparently. So, I mean, that's
Bayern
great.
Munich too.
I mean, yeah, definitely. Is it mine? Yeah, definitely. He's yeah. So as a midfielder, which is
Uh-huh.
playing in the middle of the field, uh, he's really won fans over. He's got their approval now. So at first they were, "Oh, I don't know," and then his performance has just been undeniable. And yeah, he's really won fans over. So I would have to say I'm going to say that Jamal Musiala is definitely going to be,
Uh-huh.
one of the
I,
top contenders.
I'm wondering, what prompt did you ask ChatGPT?
What? No, that's
So
crazy. What?
tell me a good player who might win the Euro Player of the Year whilst using some idioms.
I mean, what? Chat GPT? That's crazy. Whoa,
No
no,
way.
no, that's crazy. I mean, no, I just really believe in Jamal.
Okay, so Jamal Musiala is one candidate.
What about you? Maybe you can give a more educated answer.
I mean, I think the obvious answer is Kylian Mbappe, because France are probably the best bet to win the Euros. And without doubt, they're going to go far. If they don't win it, they'll definitely get to the semi-final or the final. And he always performs when the pressure is on. And I can't look past Mbappe as the top scorer of the Euros, especially after just signing for Real Madrid. He's going to be buzzing and he's going to want to make a point.
He's just signed for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Has that happened, has it?
It happened yesterday.
Oh, dearie
Exciting
me.
stuff. Yeah.
That is insane. I didn't know
There
that.
you go. There you go.
And sorry, I'm just curious. You said without doubt instead of without a doubt. Which do you say, Mickey?
Without doubt. I say without a shadow of a doubt. Just to be more complicated.
I'm not sure.
I
I think
think you
without
can say
doubt. I'd say all without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt.
yeah, you can definitely say that. I just looked it up. Yeah, it's true. Yes, it's interesting. Yeah.
Are you trying to accuse me of not speaking
No,
good
no, no,
English?
no, 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 no. Absolutely not. It's one of those things that some people have those expressions. Do you know some people when they want to say, it's the same thing, they say same difference?
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah.
I know you've heard it. Do you ever say this?
From time to time, perhaps.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll leave it at that. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Just curiosities, you know. Well, English is curious language.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
Now, before we finish off, Mickey, what about you? Who do you think will be the top scorer, or maybe not the top scorer, but the best player of the Euros?
Yeah, I find it. I think I'm in your boat on this one, Lewis. I feel like Mbappe's got to be up there. Like, I think Bellingham will potentially have a good tournament as well. Could be a mentionable player this tournament, just because he's amazing. I think, and I actually now I can't wait to see them play on the same team. I don't know how that's going to work logistically, but it's going to be incredible to see. That's for sure. No mention of Harry Kane though. No mention of Harry Kane because he does score, albeit a lot of penalties. Well, not in that last tournament, but like even though didn't he win like the Golden Boot for the most goals in that tournament? Even though we got knocked out and he missed like 2 penalties or whatever it was.
Yeah,
He
I
does.
think he won the Golden Boot in the World Cup. Not the last one, but the previous one, perhaps, in
Yeah.
Russia.
He's got some. He's going to have some delivery as well. He's going to get some service, I reckon. So Harry Kane, I don't think you can leave him, forget about him.
It's a good shout. It's a good shout. Now, on
I was just going to ask, what about Kenan Yildiz from Turkey?
Yeah.
Keenan, Keenan
Yeah.
Gildies.
Yeah.
Great option.
Yeah.
Great option.
Sorry.
Now, I think this is a perfect moment to ask you. We've been making some predictions. We've been using some English idioms related to football and sport. Do you have any questions about the idioms that we use? Do let us know in the comments. And also, who do you think is going to win the Euros? Who do you think is going to win the Golden Glove? And who do you think is going to be the top scorer of the Euros? Let us know in the comments. Like this video and subscribe for more, of course. And pay attention to the game changer that's going to happen in September with the Teachify AI app. Woo!
Bye, guys. Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye-bye.